So when the samples first come in, they stop at the security gate and then they register in our sample receipt book. We have a sample receipt form. So they register the type of samples they're bringing. It's the sample receipt point at the gate is for all samples that come in. It's not purposely for COVID. So they register the samples they're coming in with, the number of samples, the type of samples. Then those for COVID, they move to the front here, where they first take their samples out. We have a decontamination zone where we decontaminate it, and then they take their forms to one of the offices that are there, and we check the forms, and then we count the samples. Forms and samples must tally. If the forms are more than the samples, they would have to look at the forms and remove the excess forms, and then samples. If samples are more, then they'll have to also remove the excess samples, because if samples come without forms, we can't analyze. So we must always have the samples matching the forms, and it saves the labs a lot. And then those that are suspected samples move straight to the lab, and those that are contacts move to the cold room to join the queue. Well, depending on the number, if you have contacts that are maybe 10, 15, it'll go straight to the lab. But if you have contacts that are 500, 600, they go and join the queue in the cold room. And basically that is what we do here. So recently, I think just this week, we started the zip line drop. So some of the samples are coming by zip line. So we're receiving samples all the time from morning, and samples come as late as maybe 10, sometimes, even 12 if they're coming from far off places. So basically that's what we do here